Patricia, you're just not good enough to do this. You're just not worthy enough. You're just not the right person for this. And it took me a while to realize that it was actually the voice of doubt. It was actually the voice of... I've been doing research on something that I want to post, and I wanted to share a passage from a book with you. This book is called The Road Less Traveled, and it's interesting. The chapter I'm going to read from is Discipline, and the section is called Dedication to Reality. All right. The third tool of discipline are techniques of dealing with the pain of problem solving, which must continually be employed in our lives, are to be healthy and our spirits are to grow, is dedication to the truth. Superficially, this should be obvious. The truth is reality. That which is false is unreal. The more clearly we see the reality of the world, the better equipped we are to deal with the world. The less clearly we see the reality of the world, the more our minds are befuddled by falsehoods, misconceptions, and illusions. The less able we will be to determine correct courses of action and make wise decisions. Our view of reality is like a map with which to negotiate the terrain of life. If the map is true and accurate, we will generally know where we are. And if we have decided where we want to go, we will generally know how to get there. If the map is false and inaccurate, we generally will be lost. For me, this is such a powerful statement. It made me automatically think about my journey to starting my business. First off, I had actually already tried to start this business, but things came up rather quickly within a month that I had to stop cold turkey. And it took me 2 years to come back. I've been wondering, why did it take me 2 years? Because I can't even explain to you the joy I've been feeling about being my own boss, working, figuring things out, knowing that what I'm doing will eventually one day help a sister who's in need, help a woman who just needs a voice, that I'm the only one that can bring that voice to her. Right? And I made her wait 2 years. Why? First thing that pops in my mind, the voice of doubt, the voice of limitation that we give to ourselves. Okay, there are people out there who will always try to limit us, who will always try to define where we belong, and what we should do. Toxic people should not be welcome. You really don't need those people in your life, because you can't change other people, but if they're trying to change you or limit who you can be, there's a problem with that, okay? Anyway, I was thinking about my voice of self-doubt and limitation, and how I've developed some fears, let's say, or some self-doubts about my business. Like, if I start again, I'll probably have to stop for some other unforeseen issue. I won't be good enough. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just one person in a sea of millions of other people trying to help others, right? So all these things keep popping up, like, Patricia, you're just not good enough to do this. You're just not worthy enough. You're just not the right person for this. And it took me a while to realize that it was actually the voice of doubt. It was actually the voice of falsehood, of alternative realities. I think about how when I started working in 2016 at my previous position, I was a noob. I was a greenhorn, fresh off the graduation plate, kind of, within a year of when I graduated. And I had a lot to learn. But I didn't have fear that, oh my goodness, I actually have no idea what the heck they're talking about. YouTube. I lived on YouTube. I lived on Google. And not only did I learn what they were talking about, and I became a subject matter expert of more than half of the software that my company provided support for. I went in without limitations, without worrying that I wasn't good enough, because I know that whatever I put my mind to, I can do, and I can do very well. It's silly that I could let myself bring so much doubt into me. And of course, there's always a fear of starting a business, of trying to be an entrepreneur, right? But then I'm forced to remember I have a family member who had an apartment that was not being used, that was furnished. And I asked him, hey, why don't we turn this furnished apartment into an Airbnb? I turned that $800 a month apartment to a potential $3,100 a month business. No one taught me how to do it. I did it. So when I'm starting to doubt if I can be an entrepreneur, if I can run a business, if I can learn the ropes, if I can become the muse that I see myself as, the person that will help other women find themselves and find peace within themselves, right? It's ridiculous. I will no longer allow myself to doubt my worthiness to be here, to do what I love, and to become who I see myself as. I will no longer allow limitations to flow into my mind and tell me, Patricia, you are not good enough. Patricia, there is a ceiling and you cannot reach it. There is no ceiling in my life, and even the stars do not limit my possibility, and you should not let anything limit yours. I'm just going to read this one sentence one more time, right? Our view of reality is like a map with which to negotiate the terrain of life. If the map is false and inaccurate, we generally will be lost. It's time to find yourself. It's time to find your truth, stand for your truth, be your truth. I'm going to be my truth, and that's just Miss Patricia, Goddess Extraordinaire. Who are you? What is your truth? How can you live it? How can you decide today to make that truth become your reality, to let that truth pour out of you? Do not deny your truth. It's not worth it.